Hello my good students, welcome back to our War on the Sea Let's Play series as the US Naval Forces going for a Total Domination campaign. This is going to be a very long play here. We're going for currently just sinking as many ships as possible before we really push into invading any more bases. And unfortunately, we did just about miss sinking the mighty Yamato in the previous episode, just losing sight before we could get the final blow onto that ship, which is a massive shame because that one won't be coming up for quite a long time again now. Hopefully they send out its sister ship to get some revenge, but we did batter that quite a bit, just not quite enough to sink it, so that's going to be spending quite a long time in the dockyard, we can imagine. Did sink its escorting Kamikaze Maru. Very interested that they're bringing just the CVLs out so far. No sign of a fleet carrier like a Shokaku or Kaga or something just yet. But we can't complain with that. We are sending the Essex over here, the Shangri-La, back to base so it can restock its planes. That's going to take at least 5 days because I think it's a 24-hour journey from where we are to get there. And then it's going to take 4 days in the dockyard, so another 6 days really to even get out after that and back into the field. That's going to be quite a long time then. We are getting resupplied in 2 days time, and we'll see what points we have then really to see what we can play around with. We are thinking about getting an Iowa or an Illinois out to contend to get some real surface power out then, and then we can really start looking at finally getting itch or scratching that surface engagement itch that is really getting more annoying now. I really want a decent surface engagement. So let's think about that. Let's go to the strategic map and see what we can do today. Okay, so once again we can see that there are submarines out and about, so we're going to launch out some lightnings with rockets and stuff to deal with those. Let's go over here for that one, go over here for this one because it's threatening both our cargoes and our Wasp over here. Rather nasty indeed. Can't be dealing with that. We just sunk in the previous episode one out here as well. That's just popped off out of nowhere. Let's go from Melita as well, get some lightnings for this particular submarine. I hope we don't lose sight of that. We can get rid of this map note now because that was for the Yamato, of course. And that's what we're going to do for the moment, I think. Going to once again, by the time these get down to the New Hebrides, they will only have to wait 1 day, come back out with some fresh supplies to go for upgrading the New Georgia base over here. And that would be absolutely ideal. We don't have any spare fuel or engineering about over here. Do we got some spare fuel on Melita? We could take that over if we don't have quite enough after getting resupplied from New Georgia. I'm thinking also might even want to just reduce the level of airfield on Guadalcanal to 0 so we don't have to keep worrying about the aircraft over here. Not going to get an Independence anymore because we do have the level 3 airfield on Melita, and of course we're upgrading New Georgia. Just not necessary, I don't think, for a Independence to come out for the War Spike group over here or any incoming battleship group if we can just call on the fighters on these bases over here. At least that's the thought process. Anyway, we'll have the Shangri-La back out as well. Let's just double check here the distance or the time it's going to take to get back to the New Hebrides. 15-16 hours, not a problem there. Still basically a day's worth as far as I'm concerned. Going to pull back to the Cairns, wait to get resupplied there, and hopefully get Milne Bay out to a level 3 port as well. So that will mean that we can resupply our submarines and ships and stuff over here just that much easier. So let's go and hunt some subs. Ooh, okay. This one just outside of New Georgia is actually a pack of 3 subs. So we are only going to be able to hit 1 to begin with. Just don't quite have the planes over here to deal with it. So let's just go for this particular one over here. No real reason why. Just go in and hit it. Just because it's the closest, I think, really. Let's dive down so we are a little bit better on that and speed up. Guess our lightnings to attack once we are facing it there. We did come in very close, so it shouldn't have time to submerge there. But yeah, never know. They are very quick on it. You can already see it's bobbing in and out of the water, trying to submerge there. Really do want some hits on it, because this is very lethal. A 3 sub group can absolutely wreck any surface group it comes across. Looks like we are just about going to get some rockets off here, though. Let's get rid of the UI so we can see that's a bit clearer. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. You see the saturation on that coming off fairly easily. critical and critical. Are the other two submerging? This one doesn't look like it's submerging in any particular hurry. So let's tell everyone to form up very quickly, turn round and just try and hit that. I'm just going to tell them to hit it from here actually. Now reduce their speed a tad before we do. And go straight in, I think. There's this one actually not submerging either. So we could actually get a couple here. Could get a couple. Really depends on what sorts of hits we go in. Don't want to slow down too much though, but just in case he's a suicide. That's the first one down. Excellent. Gonna get any decent hits? It's not going to be too huge. No worries. Let's take a report. Moderate damage. That's okay. The angle there wasn't too great, but like I say, just need to make sure that we do get these hits before they submerge. That's the problem. Doesn't look like it's trying to submerge just yet though, does it? Let's come round again. So increase our turn here. And we'll slow down once we get into a better position here. Try and watch that though. Doesn't look like it's in any rush, does it, to submerge? So we got the first one very luckily. Let's slow down then. Still not bothering, still not bothering. Excellent stuff. Let's tell this group to attack them. No need to retreat out if they're not going to bother submerging and hiding away. We can take our time with this if they don't want to do that. This one's just minding its own business as well. Maybe there's something in the AI behaviour that says don't submerge until you're actually getting attacked. That would make sense, but I mean, look at this. We can get us on heavy flooding or something. That's looking a lot better. Oh, very nice explosions actually. That's going to do something horrible. So that, yeah, critical damage, moderate flooding. That is going to be horrible because subs do not have the best damage control options there. We're actually going to try and target this one now. Let's go to a slow speed once again. Turn round into that. Yeah, that one's submerging anyway, so we can't hit that anymore. And really, just tell these to attack once again. Is this one trying to go down? Looks like it's bobbing a bit, but I don't know if that's just the natural against the sea just yet. Would be quite a more decisive bob if it were submerging. Generate a loss early there, my dude. You're going down. You can fuck off. You know? Do not want to get hit by a group of subs. Let's have a look at that. Heavy damage there. No flooding though, weirdly. Should be having some sort of fires though. Very lucky not to have lost the lightning just yet since we are smoking. I don't have the best of luck with dodging enemy flak. Let's just tell them to attack from here. Doesn't look like, again, it's in too much of a rush there, does it, to go down? It does look like it's trying. Yeah, there we go, it's definitely trying now. Might actually want to tell the lightning to speed up. Looks like they're getting in range though. No news of that second sub though. Come on guys, you got this. Couple explosions would be great. Doesn't look like we're going to get them though. There we go, that's a big old hit there. Big old hit. That's critical damage. Great stuff. No flooding though, which is unfortunate. Really weird that. Wish we had more rockets available. Certainly going to try going for that again though. Absolutely going to go for that again. Tell them to attack from here. Yeah, not in any, looks like he might be trying, doing a little bob. If you're going to let us attack you again though, mate, you're going to regret that. We are going rather quick here though. Not going to get a lot of hits on. Yeah, there you go, not a loss at all. Let's slow down once again then. Are we looking? Are we looking? Moderate flooding. Is it? Yeah, he's submerged now as well. He's gone down. Well, we can circle around, wait around a while. I'll let you know what happens with that. Well, it looks like the number two's come back for more. It's actually come back to the surface there. Flooding clearly getting a little too much for them. So we're absolutely going to punish that decision. Really need to get on top of that. This means we don't have to hit it with depth charges because they've attacked us. Will absolutely take this. Our lightnings will stay around as long as they want. Oh, you fool. You fool. There you go. There you go. Really nice sound effects, actually, of the bullets hitting the submarine there. Really, really nice. Satisfying little ding. Not looking like we're doing anything huge, though, to that. The fact that its surface suggests that it can't cope underwater, of course. So we're just going to keep going round. We are nearly out of ammunition, though, so we are going to have to come back round later on, perhaps. But one definite sinkage out of this group here. We might even be sending them back to the dockyard. You never know. Never really know there. Yeah, you just can't submerge now, can he? Can't submerge. Poor thing. This is torture. Absolute torture for them. No sign of that third one yet again, though. Hope we get one extra explosion here, but there are only so many compartments. Subs don't have a loss on them, which is why they can take so much damage so quickly. There you go, just a little more saturation there. Critical to moderate, so we've run out of ammunition as well, so just got to wait around really. I know the spicy viewers among you would recommend that we try and crash into this. But I'm not in the mood to lose any lightnings just yet, and it is just far too low for that tactic to work, unfortunately. So just got to wait around to see what happens, unfortunately. Okay, so we have found a second submarine that's north of Santa Isabel over here. Unfortunately, the second and third submarines from that previous attack group did actually get on top of their flooding, which means that they did survive. We couldn't do anything about that, unfortunately. Just ran out of ammunition, but what can you do? So we're going to hope we get some rocket hits on this one. Doesn't look like it's trying to submerge just yet, and with two lightning squads this really should go down. Don't see any reason why not, unless you get really unlucky with our rockets here. But we've seen the power of them against submarines. It is rather nasty. Yeah, there's a good couple hits there, there's a good couple hits. What about this group? We're going to get in before it submerges? No, that's unlucky there. Can't quite penetrate the surface of the water there with our rockets, look at that. But, should be critical. Let's see what happens. It is going down. Excellent stuff. That's so many submarines down in the last couple of days. Let's look at this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 submarines down in the last couple of days. That's amazing. Absolutely brilliant. So that's the Type B, 2 Type Bs, a Type B Mod 1. I didn't know they were allowed out, actually. I might be thinking something else. Something else there. Let's go to SS Type Bs. Yeah, they do have 20 in total. So we've sunk a fair few of those, actually. What about the Mod 1s? We only have 6 available, and that is the only one we've sunk. We sunk any Type As? We've sunk 1. Cool, excellent. So that's really reducing their capability there. Let's return to base with these lightnings then. Couldn't quite pick up the submarine over here. Can see that its Glenn is actually scouting us out there. We did hover around, did go into tactical view a couple of times. That might spell trouble for our supplies over here. So we'll see about that. I shall let you know. Okay, so on the way to Guadalcanal, somewhat mistimed for the shore bombardment, quite early in the day still. We have been intercepted by all of its aircraft over here. We can see some nails coming down over here. We've seen some Donrus in the back. We've got some Torus in the rear as well. So in that case, going to send some lightnings, of course, over to deal with the nails over here. Going to tell them to go down to 20 meters at a somewhat slower speed so that they can target those. Just going to give out the orders to target certain planes so that we don't have to bother with that later on. Not going to tell them to attack just yet, just to target, so we don't have to bother diving down and chasing them just yet. And we're of course going to send all of this group over to attack the Donrus immediately. I have already told all of our ships on the surface there to start using their smoke generators. And we might tell them to start turning as well, actually. Let's tell the Fletcher over here to go over with the Portland class. Can break off full speed and turn out like that. Warspite can turn out as well. Do imagine they'll be going for the Warspite. We'll go at a slower speed so that we can stay inside the smoke there, actually. Lightnings should be very, very good to deal with the Donryus, actually, because they do have that large armament. Does look like the Nail's still diving down, so we're not going to give our Lightnings over there an attack order just yet. I'm going to speed up if that's the case. It gets into position. Not allowed to speed up too much, though. Just have to watch out for these ships, make sure they don't collide with each other. So one Donryu down, all of those down, excellent. So we can tell these Lightnings actually go for the Toryus at the rear then. And that will be very, very nice indeed. Nice like coconut rice, you could say. Just double check which one I sent the number 5 for, excellent. So we can go over here like that and bring number 8 over, make sure it's helping out there. How are the Nails doing? Does look like they are actually down to their attack altitude now, so we are going to tell these guys to attack. Looks like they have changed their orders in that, so that's okay. We can get on top of that, absolutely fine. But now that we're down to their attacking altitude, we don't have to mess around with getting behind their tail gunners and such. Should be able to get on them face to face here and get them in a one pass. They open up. There we go. That's how you deal with them. So we can make sure that our ships now are stopping and making sure that they don't start any collisions here, because we are turning, and if they keep turning like that, they will be going into each other. That's okay. We can do that. Fletcher is following nav points. That's not a bother. How are we doing against those Toryus? Still need to get over to them. No worries there. And that time is now. Going to get some early shots off. It's the most dangerous time, coming right to the face of some fighters, as we found out with our Corsairs in the previous video. What else have we got over here? Is it Havases? No, it's still the Toryus. No worries there. Not a bother. Not a bother at all. This one's climbing. He's playing the altitude game here. He may be a long-range heavy fighter. That's the P-38s do that just that much better, I'm afraid, mate. Just that much better. This is not your game. Not the tactics you want to be using against Lightnings. So it is just the one Toryu now. Can we fast forward just a tad? No, we can't. That is not a bother. Might go down to the tail gunners here. Might lose a Lightning to the tail gunners. They do still have to bring out the Hyabuses, of course, and we might be seeing some engagement from Santa Isabel as well here. That's that for this engagement, so let's ruddy bloody go. Have we got a collision here, have we? Oh, we might do, might do. Nope, not quite, so that's fine. Just narrowly avoided there. Let's go before that does happen. So, that's that. We have come into contact with something here with our bow fighters. Let's take that out. Just doing a patrol with rockets. We have been resupplied, so we'll look at that in just a second. Do want to take this engagement if possible first. We're expecting some sort of cargo ship. Doesn't appear to be anything out there just yet though, does it? Oh, here we go. It's very far out. It's some destroyer and a Tenryu. Excellent. Gonna go for the... Oh, I think we can probably get the Tenryu here. I think we can probably get the Tenryu. Do you want to go for the destroyer though? That's probably the safer target actually. Let's go for the destroyer. Let's go for the destroyer. Just the safer target there. Just go full speed, go right down, and we'll go from the front of the ship like that. Tenryu would be a slightly better prize there, but there's no guarantee we're going to get that down with just rockets. That's my thinking. Could strafe us a course afterwards. What have we got over here? Got some Hyabuses. You can try and deal with that if you want. Do we want to? They're quite far away. Let's just keep our submarines are submerged then. That's not a problem. Just in range there. Let's take our fire at will off then, because that's rather annoying. They've done that. Rather annoying. And get back on going for these ships. Alright, sunk that with just a couple rocket hits there, so we're going to try and tell these bow fighters to change their targets. Actually go for the Tenryu here before they drop on a sunk ship. Hopefully they don't mess this up and just carry straight on over to the Tenryu here. Looks like they are. Go on, yep, there we go. Probably a little off there with some of the rockets, but it's not going to be too much damage there. Maybe we can strafe that down. Maybe we can strafe that down. Some secondary explosions there. Always nice. Let's tell these guys then to just speed up and go straight over to that Tenryu then. These guys can form up once again and turn back round. We can just go from here, just slow down, make sure we do get time on target once again. These guys can of course go straight over. Not quite coming from the best angle there, that's okay. We can tell these guys to attack then, because they will get the stern of the ship. Should be alright here. Once again, bow fighters very good for strafing. Look at all those guns on them. Look at that. Ideal. Right on the belt there, but we are getting some explosions. Oh, we lost one there. Probably about time though, the amount of time we spent around that AA. Time to go in again. If we just reduce our speed like that and go in again. How's this one doing? Yeah, a few more explosions. Probably nothing too big there. Oh, heavy and moderate's not the worst actually. Could probably down this. Gonna start running out of ammo soon though. That's the worry. Let's go from its bow over here. Reduce our speed there. Bow fighters coming from the stern once again. Yeah, go on. You got this. That's it. Secondary explosions. Ideal. Some more on the stern there. Oh. Covered in fires. Absolutely covered in fires there. Let's tell these bow fighters just to go straight in there, I think. Like that. They can probably speed up while they're turning. That'd be okay. And yeah, I think we can tell these guys to go back in as well, actually, from here. Be relentless in our attack. Cannot give it a moment's rest, because as soon as it gets on top of those fires, might as well have not done any damage as far as sinking this is concerned. But really like some good damage on its nose though. That's the one place we haven't really hit just yet. It looks like we're going for the midships once again there. Sure, they're overly saturated with damage by now. Ah, there's the fighters finally coming in as well. Might have to deal with those first. Let's watch this go down. There we go, some decent damage on the nose there. I think that'll be fine. Well, how's it looking? Critical damage to heavy flooding. Let's try and take this air engagement then. Let's try and go for these two here. Like that. Can't quite get it. Got to really zoom in there. Very, very tight together there. And we'll try and help on the flanks of this over here. Try and go for that. Is it just a 3 about? Tis indeed. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. See how that goes. Might just want to pull out with our bow fighters actually. Don't think we're going to be able to beat these howitzers on turn-in engagements. There's so many of them now, just out of nowhere. We are already damaged as well. Not ideal. Let's try and get this one. Running out of ammo as well. Get a fire. There we go. Oh, did just lose that bow fighter there, unfortunately. We get this one's not letting me fire out, unfortunately. There we go. Not quite. Not quite. Let's try and change some targets around so they're not overlapping each other. Where are you going? That Tenryu though is absolutely buggered. Look at that damage. Look at the fires on that. We are getting some howitzers now actually. Very nice hits on them. Just need to make sure we turn around and try and go for some second attacks here, because we're just ignoring them here with these bow fighters. Let's try and go over, spread out the damage a tad. Thought I might lose that forward bow fire, so we got that plane down though. Nice, nice, nice. Can we get this one over? Where is that? It's just under us there. Playing the altitude game again. Playing dirty. Playing very dirty. Alrighty, so we should definitely be in range of bombarding Guadalcanal now. So that is going to be one massive help to us. Now that has no port or airfield on it. We can just move freely in this area now. Might as well have taken it, you know, but it's fine, absolutely fine. Like I say, we can move around freely, no problem at all. Only Santa Isabel contesting us now, and that's only float planes like Mavis's and Roofs to contest with our Melissa Airfield and New Georgia over here. So let's have a look at how we've been resupplied then, shall we? Firstly, going to load up our supplies here. Going to take all the fuel that we can. Not a lot, to be sure, but we're going to take everything there, every little drop of it there. Take some supplies, of course, and we're going to take some engineering as well. Let's just double check what supplies we're on over here. Definitely need quite a few there, so it's going to be a couple runs to resupply that and upgrade the New Georgia base over there. Don't know why it's taking that one. Let's take this back, go up there. Going to take 52 hours just to get over there. How are we looking down here incidentally? Not quite in range to get that, so I'll just sort this out very quickly. There we go. So once again, taking all the supplies that we can. Just going to double check exactly what we do need on Milne Bay. It's not supplies we need, it is engineering and fuel. So we're going to take that off of this C3 and take any engineering that we can. Not a loss, of course. So it is going to be quite a while until we do get people up there. Let's take some troops to defend them and take some more fuel once again from there. And that will do just fine for today over there. Going to them, do we even want to keep the war spy? Only really bought it because it was a cheap option to bombard islands rather than take surface engagements, to be honest. So what I'm thinking is get out to the Iowa, replace the war spike with Iowa, get the war spike back into the dockyard so we get the points back for that, and then we can build up an even bigger fleet to protect the Wasp over here and to protect our Shangri-La over here. But I think we're doing okay with that. We do have a couple of destroyers and light cruisers for that. Might want to transfer some light cruisers over here though, so that is a genuinely decent surface engagement style fleet. So we'll look at that in the future. Otherwise, once again, just scouting really. Going to sort out this ship over here with some lightnings. Just take a few lightnings with some 2,000 pounders and bomb that to oblivion. Okay, so very quiet day that one, other than that cargo ship, but straight on the next day we have some sort of convoy coming outside of Melita. Looks like another cargo convoy, similar to what we've hit previously, with just a few cruisers to escort it. So we went out with some lightnings to hit that. Looks like mostly oilers actually, which is interesting. Got a couple Nippon Marus here, got a Sendai, got an Alba, got another Nippon Maru there. Nothing too big here, which is interesting. So I'm actually going to go for the hospital ship and of course Nippon Maru, as if we have a lot of choice here. So I'm going to go for the hospital ship with the first group of lightnings here. I'm actually going to come around this side here so we don't have to fly through the Sendai's minimal AA. Go for a 40 meter drop there, and we'll go with these lightnings actually to just go for the back Nippon Maru over here. like so. Just dive down. Once again, like we did with the previous cargo ship, just go straight in and hit the little shit. I think we go in and tell them to drop from here. Again, nothing too massive to threaten us, but we do not want to let these supplies through, of course. Seriously think about upgrading Guadalcanal then, aren't they? They're letting all of this fuel in. Rather unfortunate here, so there's only 2 bombs and 1 dud. Rather nasty there. It's heavy to moderate. We can certainly strafe that down to finish it off. Let's go around the back over here. Don't need to climb all that way, thank you. Let's go back down. These lightnings need to get into a better position here. Just tell them to go in manually there. And there we go. I think they could attack from here. That shouldn't be too bad, actually. Shouldn't be too bad at all. Let's tell them to go in now. Quite a tough ship, actually, the hospital ship for a cargo ship. Does take a bit of a beating. Not sure this lightning here is going to get a dropper that's going to hit this thing, but it might skip on over to the Sendai there. Very nice hit there, though. Do you see the bomb bouncing at all? Probably not quite, actually. That's okay. Let's get this on. I did actually forget about this. Tunnel visioning just a tad. Might have to turn round again, actually, for that. That's okay. So how's the hospital ship looking? Critical and critical. That's going to go down. No worries there. Might want to try and just get these lightnings on strafing this down as well, actually. We can always come back to hit these with bombs once again. Might even just want to strafe a second Nippon Maru, actually. Let's go for this one over here. So we can save our future payloads for the cruisers, actually. Let me just slow down here already. We'll be okay there. Just take our altitude down here a tad. And we can attack from here. No worries. Playing the supply game today, apparently. Sinking subs and only supplies. We'll try and get this whole task force if possible. Don't see any reason why we couldn't. Unless we lose sight, of course. But it is very early in the morning, so we do have a lot of airtime available. There we go. That's what we're looking for. 2 magazine explosions on that ship. So let's form up once again and turn out over here. Let the other lightnings come in, and we do need to get their altitude down. Oh, unfortunate to lose a lightning there, rather unlucky. Yeah, and of course that's sinking. No worries there at all. Just tell these to go in and attack. They might need to circle round before going down for that. Don't look too bad, actually. Should be okay. Let's just take these again then and see what else we have. Let's go for this Nippon Maru here. See if we can strafe that down. Go straight through here, and that should be okay there. Because the altitude looked okay to me. Hoping once again for some nice explosions here. It's not too difficult on the Oilers, but no such luck just yet. Not a worry, not a worry. We can come back round for sure. Once again, form up and just come back round, like we say. Go in here. Let's tell them to attack, because we're just going to forget otherwise. Going rather quickly, actually. Let's slow down. Slow the hell down. Slow, slow, slow. Might be a little too late, though. Ah, I did lose a lightning there. Might actually have to come back later with some more planes. Yeah, just doing nothing to that oiler. Right, so we'll get these out. They can form up and just disappear and retreat. Full speed, increase altitude. These lightnings, though, yeah, look at that. Oh, getting too greedy. Getting far too greedy for sure there. Let's just tell them to attack from here. Make this our last strafing run, and we can come back with perhaps some Havocs or something to deal with the cruisers, maybe. Because fuel is not the most important supply that they can put on Guadalcanal. At least we've got the hospital ship down for troops. Getting really unlucky with this AA. Did you see that? Only 1 ship shooting at us, but that is all it takes, of course. That will go down, though, with the magazine explosion there. So let's get out, increase speed, just run out, and we'll be fine there for that to sink. I think it'll probably go down very soon, actually. Okay, so yeah, this is where they were on the map, rather close to Melissa. We're going to send out some Havocs then as soon as we can. Lightnings might get there just a little bit before. No, excellent stuff. Let's bring out 9 Havocs with 2,000 pound bombs there. And you can bet we're going to go for the Alba there. Ho, 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 ho. Alba indeed. Probably not all of them on the Alba. Not sure. Might send 3 to the Sendai, actually. Let's go for that. Very lucky this isn't a carrier force once again. Very, very lucky it's not a carrier force. Where are they? It is still rather dark. Okay, where's the Alba? Alba's there and the Sendai's just behind it. I think we are going to split up our attacks here. We're going to go straight for the Alba with 2 groups here. Go low altitude once again. This does help with the accuracy there. This group can do the same. Go straight for that. Straight in, dive down. Cool stuff. This group though, like we say, Sendai please. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's turn that down. Great. Let's move straight in there. Big, big planes with big, big bombs. Ooh, what have we seen there? A scout. Oh, a lowly Pete. Now we're in trouble, guys. I think we need to deal with that. Call it Pistol Pete. Oh dear. We're going to tell these to individually attack, I think. So we're going to break, attack, break, attack, break, attack. Lost sight of the Pete, no worries. It's not like it's overly threatening there. Just watch these guys on the Sendai there. Break, attack, break, attack. There we go. How you doing? How close are we? Guessing there, guessing there. Are we going to get a loss before we go in? Before we drop? Hope not. Roddy, hope not. There we go. There we go. Oh, lovely stuff there. Oh, it looks like it missed with 1 bomb on the Sendai there. That's unfortunate. We have downed a Havoc as well. That would be some horrible damage on the Alba there. Really, really horrible. Yeah, only 2 hits on the Sendai was rather unfortunate. Let's take yeah, critical to critical on the Alba, so we can certainly stick around for that. For the sake of order, once again, just perform up with everyone. Not planning on going back into... we could go back in and strafe down the Nippon Maru here. That would be a decent idea. Let's target that. Yep, Alba's going down. Easy. I don't know if we've sunk an Alba just yet in this playthrough. Let's go in and have a look. Where are we? CA, Alba. Sounds familiar that we have. No, we have looked at them. That would be the first one. So the enemy does still have a lot of ships to send at us. A lot of battleships, actually. 3 Congos, 2 Fusos, the Mutsu, because the second Nagata, of course. And it does still have all of its fleet carriers. 2 Shokakus, Hiyos, Kaga, Akagi, Soryu, Hiryu. You know, the classic Kido Basai group. So yeah, still not still anyone's game here, really. Still anyone's game, especially since we don't have an active carrier closer to Guadalcanal ourselves. So we're going to tell these to go in now, I think. That will do. The Sendai over there having some rather nasty fires develop. Look at that. Coming up and down on the bows there. Might have to double check its armour, actually. Might have to double check its armour. But we are smoking quite a bit, so it might be a bit greedy to try and strafe that down. Gonna get anything nice on here? Yeah, there we go. That will do it. That will do it. Yeah, it does have some fairly decent armour for a light cruiser there. Maybe strafing it, not necessarily the best option, but the fires are spreading. Did lose a Havoc previously. It's not a bother there. Didn't lose any just them. They can just guess out and retreat for now, I think. We can watch the Sendai develop there. Let's take a report. It's moderate and moderate, so it's probably not going to go down. That leaves a destroyer escort. Looks like a Minakaze there. Could probably strafe that if we wanted to, but let's just come back with some true payloads to try and finish these off, I think. No, there we go. That's the Nippon Maru sinking. Excellent. Alright guys, we have decided to actually come back and strafe this just because I'm greedy and the fires on this ship have just gone far too much out of control for moderate damage there. So we're going to try and increase that just a tad. It might probably be a better idea to strafe the destroyers down. But since this is on fire so much, just need to encourage them to burn just that little bit brighter there, you know? See what we can get with this. The saturation on the front quite heavy, but we are getting some very useful explosions there. So if we come from the rear now to spread out the damage, I think we could do some really nasty work to this Sendai. Do some really nasty work to that. So it's speed is max. We just need to turn around then. That's not a bother. Let's do that over here. Come back round like so. No need to wait around in slow motion there, just keep going. Should be alright from here. Just tell them to turn around manually there to get truly on its back. Slow down once again so we don't overshoot, and once again more time on target. Sounding like a broken record now, I know, but we just need to keep doing it. Would be nice to know exactly what these are. This is a Minakaze or Kamikaze over here. Probably a Momi or a walkie-talkie there. I think that's a Momi actually, with the 3 guns. Rather useless destroyer there. Don't think it even has depth charges or ASW capabilities, the Momi. Just a bottom tier choice for any escorts there. So have a look at that. Should be able to get some hits on the rear there. We certainly are. Increasing the fires for sure. Ho, 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 ho. Excellent. It is going down. Ho, ho. Okay, excellent. You know what? You know what I'm thinking, don't you? Let's cause some havoc, let's say. That's so funny. Gotta laugh at your own jokes. If you don't, who will? Where are we in relation to that though? It's just in front of us. So small, can't even see it in front of us there. Let's slow down once again. And we can attack from here. Very nasty. Very, very nasty strike indeed. That's 3 ships already down just with these havocs. And this is the importance of building up bases outside of the objective campaign objective bases. Would not have had this sort of firepower from Guadalcanal. Granted, we would have had Mitchells, but you know, Havocs can certainly serve a different purpose and do just as good a job. Absolutely do just as good a job. Look at this. It's a poor destroyer. Look at all of those explosions. Oh, I did lose a couple Havocs there. Probably about time, really. We have pushed our luck quite a bit. Oh, no. Let's just break that a second. Do not want them to follow a downed plane there. Looks like they're going to. Ooh. No. Can we save that? Don't think. There we go. Just about. Nearly did what we did with the Lightnings a couple episodes ago there. Rather nasty indeed. Oh, look at. Game? Are you okay? Are you okay? Was that a stall? Or was that a bug? You guys saw that, didn't you? Maybe we'll call it a day there. Maybe the Lightnings need to go back home. Put it down to fatigue. Wouldn't surprise me if that was a stall, because they were at the lowest possible speed and did have to do quite a steep climb there. Critical on this, it could likely go down. So just going to speed up, stay in the area to watch that, I think. And yeah, look at that though. Horrible. Yeah, it's going down. Not going to push our luck with this AA over here. Would be very nice to, but you know, all of those ships sunk, 4 command points. Can't push that anymore. And seeing the drunkenness of the Havocs there, I think that's enough for that particular strike. I'm going to see if there's anything else we can do today, because it seems a little empty. Here's a few different minor ships. Did stop that particular supply force, but I want something a little beefier today, or at least just guess out our Iowa and Shangri-La once again, and then we can leave it there perhaps. So I shall see you in just a second. Okay, so I have decided we are actually going to send the War Spike back. Yeah, I don't mind bringing that out in the future if you guys do want to see some real action with that, but I think it's best for the moment to send that back so we can increase our task force with something a bit beefier that can actually stand up in a surface engagement. Like I said, the idea of that was to bring out a cheap battleship that could do shore bombardments in the early game, and it has served that purpose. So we're going to say goodbye to that. How long is it going to take to come back out? 4 days to get reimbursed for that. No worries, do have 2 days like I may have seen on the Shangri-La there to wait around. But having said that then, going to go to New Sea and buy ourselves an Iowa, and I think we are going to go for specifically we're going to specifically go for the Missouri, because why not? To give it a little bit more character there, eh? Have they changed the dimensions of that? No, fair enough. I'm just looking weirdly at that. Missouri, it is then, for 100 points. Thank you very much. Let's merge that task force there, like so. You know what? I'm actually going to merge the Atlanta and the Brooklyn over to that as well. Just split over here, like that. They can come straight over. There we go. Take that. Merge group. Cool. Make sure we've rearmed everything there. And that is now rather a horrible fighting force for the Japanese to come up against. Might prefer 1 or 2 destroyers. But I think it would be okay for now. We'll try and upgrade the destroyers a little later. I would change the name to Iowa right now. I'm going to capitalize that. There we go. Because there's a capital ship, so a capital I for a capital ship. And yeah, we're going to leave these about to protect the Shangri-La when that comes back out. And I think we'll end the video by just landing some supplies onto Milne Bay and possibly over to New Georgia over here. We'll get that out, and by the time that's done, might be able to get the Shangri-La out. Just looking at New Sea over here, might want to just have a look at how much the light cruisers cost over here. So we've got 20, 21 over here. I really want a Crown Colony perhaps, or something to protect the Wasp. Just going to be that much better than the Perth, I think. That's mostly for AA and such, some more uses there. Might just go for the destroyers actually to help us out. We can get a separate task force, separate Abdicom task force out for a surface engagements actually. Sounds like a decent idea. So I'm actually going to go for some destroyers right now. If we go for, are they the same price? Go for some cheaper ones. Go for 1 Tribal and I think 1 Jervis there, because it does already have a couple destroyers helping us out there. And that'd be just nice like that. Excellent. That saves us 20 command points there. We can use that later on as well when building up our fleets. So that should be very, very nice indeed. I shall see you in just a second. Okay, so at the turn of the next day, we've sighted a supply convoy coming straight outside Guadalcanal, and it is just a destroyer escort, a Nippon Maru and a Wenshaw Maru there. So we've launched some lightning once again from Melita with some bombs, just hoping to try and down the supply ships here for now. Incidentally, we are on 75 enemy losses, so we're very, very close to getting that sweet 100 kills there for that increased command, or for that increased supply income. And then once we get that, we can start focusing on really going for the invasions. I'm actually thinking of invading Buna very, very soon. That was a lovely strike there. Lovely, lovely strike. Not so much on the Wenshaw there. That's okay. We can go and strafe that down again if we fancy, and I think we will do that. So I don't think that's quite enough to sink it there. So let's go down and do that. Just these 4 there. Excellent. So the Nippon's down. Okay, let's just tell them to attack from here. Let's just take a quick report. That should still be quite heavy. Yeah, heavy to moderate. Just encourage the Wenshaw to go down there. No need to worry about the destroyer by itself just yet. Don't want to risk losing our lightnings to its minimal AA for sure. Do want to recover on our base at Melissa for now. Nothing too huge just yes on that. Let's take another report. It is critical damage and heavy flooding, so that might well go down to that damage. Let's form up once again, turn round, try and hit that again from the front. Should be okay to attack from here actually. Tell these lightnings to come back round just so we're okay over there in case we need them. Shouldn't be the case. Been a slower one today, hasn't it, this episode? I do apologise, but they've just not sent anything beefy at us. But you know what, I'm absolutely fine with that because we don't really have the forces out in the field to deal with anything too beefy right at the moment. And playing the supply game certainly can't be underestimated there. And with that magazine explosion, the Wenshu Yamato is going down. So let's double check, that should be 77 losses. Indeed it is, excellent stuff. So yeah, look at this. While we do have 77 losses, can you really spot outside of the couple battleships the last few days anything massive there? Few Taiyos, well all of the Taiyos. Kongo's there, another Taiyo, Chitose, Zuiho, but it's so many cargo ships, and that has been the plan, don't get me wrong. But I would love to sink something really, really beefy. You can see over here we're going for another supply ship over there. Probably gloss on over that because it will be a massively long episode otherwise. We will finish it by dropping off supplies on New Georgia. Incidentally, we did drop off supplies on Milne Bay. Do need to just waste on the fuel there to upgrade that to a level 3 port and a little bit of engineering there. Do we have any spare over here? We've got a little bit of engineering. Might want to pick that up. But otherwise we're going to use this force, I think, to actually invade Buna over here, so that we do get a level 1 airfield. It's a less interference when we do send out our lightnings. Looking forward to taking Lai actually. That's one base I've never really taken as the Americans. In fact, all of them outside of Buna and northwards really. I have taken Shortland Islands and Santa Isabel, but you know, Bougainville, Buka. It's going to be a new experience for me. And I hope it will be for you when we finally get there, but that won't be too long now. Just waiting for some massive task forces. I'm regressing this after we've bombarded Guadalcanal that they're not going to send out so much, but we'll find out soon enough. Well, do you remember me just saying that I'd like something beefy to come out, and I was a bit worried that they might not be sending that? Instantly proved wrong. After hitting that supply ship with our lightnings outside of Buna, Wildcat on patrol has sighted what appears to be another Chitose. Let's have a look. We haven't quite found them on the map just yet, so there we go. Let's go in. So yeah, we have a Chitose. Lovely stuff. Did we sink one of those? I don't think we did. It was just the Nishin, wasn't it? Let's go to CVL, Chitose. Oh, we did. Excellent. Okay. We did get rid of the Nishin as well. It is just one of those. So this is a minor interference that we want to get rid of. 9 roofs once again. Do have a Congo once again. Oh, which one did we sink previously? Was it actually the Congo or just a Congo? Let's give it the name. It was Congo. Okay, so we're going to call this Hye. Yeah, that's not too bad a force actually. We've got a Myoko, a Kumanagara over there, the Congo of course, and a lot of supplies. Aratawa Maru, hospital ship will certainly have a lot of troops on them. You can bet that the Kamagawa Maru over there and the Nippon Maru have some decent supplies as well. So this is not something to be scoffed at. But I'm afraid we're going to mark that and leave it for next time, guys. Going to give you a little nasty cliffhanger once again. Otherwise, this episode will drag on forever. So I shall see you in the future. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It has been a bit slower, but sometimes that's how the game goes. You can certainly see the next one's going to be... it should be quite a spicy one again. So I shall see you in the future. I've been Edified Gamer, and I hope all your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.